And you want to leave excess on the top just in case we burn it, which we probably will. I'm going to show you a tip that I learned on TikTok. But this film requires a lot of heat,
right?
So you will have to split the fingers up.
Okay.
So why do you prefer this studio?
It's hot as hell. So when we're measuring, you just want to measure to the bottom of the bottom because that's going to be the widest point. So we are at 66. Good. So just remember that number. I like.
Some people use Dawn. I'm just not a big fan of the Dawn.
I don't like Dawn because there's detergent in there.
Right.
And it could break down the adhesive over time.
Well, there's so many different Dawns now, right? And all of them have different types of solutions in them, so it's hard to trust.
Exactly. Measure the half, and I'm just gonna pull. And when you're pulling, you always want to pull on the liner side so that when you're pulling, it's gliding. Right. Versus this way, it's gonna stick. Okay. I'm gonna hold here and pull again. That's my 33. The flat glass trick. You guys do any flat glass?
Not a lot.
Commercial, residential?
Yeah, not a lot of it. I feel like just with my brand being what it is, it would be not hard for us to break into it, but I would need to start a totally separate brand.
All your customers park these cars somewhere. They live in a house.
They do.
You need glass. Tinted.
I like that. It's very refreshing. Come around more often.
I'm going to do it tint side up. Right. So, just want to make sure that this just overlaps a little bit, and we obviously have to cut this here. And you want to leave excess on the top just in case we burn it, which we probably will. It's okay. Because this requires so much heat, you need to keep extra film just in case you burn it. When you're pressing on the film, because we're shrinking on the tint side, you want to use a felted card. All right, so there you go. So just do your center tack in the middle. Good.
You were wet shrinking before, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then when you're making your cuts, like your rough cuts, you want to use something that's going to give you a straight edge, and you don't want any jagged lines. So I use this, or you can use scissors, whichever you prefer.
And you're giving it like a little 1/4 inch overlap, or?
Yes. So like right there, that's good. I'm going to cut some more off here.
You said no jagged lines.
No jagged lines. This film is thicker, so you will have to replace that blade more often.
Right, I didn't notice that.
I haven't used this film in a while because I've been using the other one. This seems thinner than that. Yeah. And I'll just do a tight cut here. And then leave the top on.
So you should left same overlap on the sides?
Yeah. If you're comfortable cutting, you can make a rough cut in there, but not your final cut.
Right.
Unless you're 100% confident in your cutting, you can do your final cut right now. How long have you been tinting?
So we're going on about 6 years.
16 years?
6 years.
6 years. Got it. Nice. You can most definitely dry shrink this. I just found that wet shrinking, you have more control over your fingers, and it's just easier to shrink. glove because I don't want to burn my hand.
For the hand that you're shrinking with?
Yes. So with this heat gun, come closer. Stand right here so you can see. This heat gun gets really, really hot and it blows a lot of air. So put your hand out. You feel it? Yep. So the downside to this heat gun is it's expensive. It's like $250. It's a little bit heavier than most heat guns. Yeah, but the benefit is that it gets really hot. Soften that edge. And then work your way up. Yeah. I have to reprogram my brain.
Because of what, like working with this other stuff? Yeah. Don't worry, Marco. This is, video editing. We can
No, you're good.
make that go away.
Now we're gonna do the other one, right?
Yeah,
Put
yeah.
The other stuff on there.
Yes, we definitely are.
So
But
that
what I wanted to find out, and truthfully, this is, again, that's just being transparent. We appreciate
Yes.
you coming, absolutely. It's refreshing to have someone kind of help,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But honestly, the biggest thing is I have like 150% faith in him. And Juan used to work for me, and I've had several very good tenors in this industry that have won awards and shit work for me too. And this guy is just as good,
Nice.
if not better. And it's a struggle for me to be like, how the did you not do this?
It's hard.
When he's that good.
Yeah.
So hearing this information is
Yep.
extremely refreshing to me.
Yeah.
You know, so
It's definitely hard.
as
This glass is a lot easier than the Model 3 as well, right?
no, this is not. It's way more bubbles,
This is
dude.
not a. This is. It's just different. These are just different fingers. But you can see how like it looked like a finger, right?
Right.
But I just pushed it down, and it's gone. Obviously, it's not going to get completely flat right there because it's overhanging. So you can get, warm up. Where I'm focusing the heat, I'm focusing it right here, so that you can soften that edge and then work your way back up.
So not directly on it.
No, but notice I'm moving that heat gun a lot. With this film, you have to move the heat a lot.
Yeah, we don't want to burn anything else around it either, so.
Yes, and this heat gun's hot. So here, same thing. Warming up the edge and work my way up. As soon as it starts to change shape, then you can push it down. And you want to push it in the direction where it's going. So see how it's going that way? So just make another finger. Like that. All right. Obviously, you know how the film reacts. Just watch what the film is doing and let the heat gun do all the work. Not your card, not your hand, not anything like that. Okay? I'll let you try.
See, and I also see people doing it with a wrap glove on.
Yes, I have one just in case. Yeah. Because
So is
This
that
film-
when is that recommended? Is that just more preference, or is that
it's definitely preference, but this film requires a lot of heat.
Right.
So you will have to split the fingers up.
okay? Like on this one right here, right? That obviously this finger is noticeably larger than the others.
Yes.
Is it the same type of procedure on this? Once you start seeing it shift?
Yeah, start
Or-
breaking it up.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, heat gun.
100% honestly, I haven't used this film in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's always. I like refreshing on stuff. We may never use this film again, but it's always good to kind of master it,
If
in
you can
case-
do this, you can do this.
Well, that, and also in case anything ever becomes, we have a situation 2021 again, nothing's available, things like that. This is all that you guys have backstocked, whatever the case is, right? I guess that's always something we have to take into consideration now.
You thinking I'm not throwing enough heat?
Yeah, because it's not changing shape, and then you wanted to smash it. There you go. Now that's good to smash.
Do you, whenever you see it and then you go with it on the card, do you refer the heat right back to the bottom, or do you just kind of like let go?
I want to see where the film's going to naturally lay, and then I'll go back with it with heat. Because you don't want to overshrink it.
Like, see, I just burned it right there. It just burnt, and when you touch it, it's not even that hot.
Yeah, it's burned.
But that's where I don't, like, what what could I have done different? Because if I mean, I was touching it earlier and it was like way harder than that.
Also, you have to take into consideration that we're shrinking the tint side, so you can't treat it like window tint. It can't take that much heat. That's why you always saw me constantly removing the heat.
At this point, this is practice, right?
Yes.
Okay, so do me a favor
Let's do that same thing
on that big one then.
on the other. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
I want to see that again. I missed it. So go.
I mean, it happens like instantly.
Yes.
See, and this is what we've been.
Okay, stop. You're not moving the heat gun enough. This way. So go ahead, hold the heat gun. When I'm gonna guide you, I'm just gonna grab it from here, but hold it 100% in there. Again, this requires way more heat.
Oh, you're moving it.
Yes.
That's how I move vinyl, dude.
See?
Yeah, that's how I do it when I do vinyl.
I guess my only difference, I was just doing shorter strokes.
Yes. Longer strokes because you want to evenly distribute the heat.
But I see it moving quicker too, you know. So
Right there.
Now you can snap. Hold on. Let me see that card. You might need.
is the. Oh yeah, it could be dry too. Like getting stuck.
Don't be scared to push hard on the card. GT4 or GT3 RSs have softer glass, so try not to push too hard.
McLarens, yeah.
Yes.
Way you can't even put the windshield wiper down without breaking them. So. I feel like Porsches and McLarens have always had soft glass.
Yep. Okay. Alright. Good. And remember, that's not always going to be flat because the film's hanging over.
So how do you say the film is not, or it's not always going to be flat because the film's hanging over?
Right here. See how it's hanging over right here?
Yes,
So
sir.
when you're shrinking, it's not going to lay flat like traditional window tint.
Got you. Okay.
Once we make our final cut, we can
Then go back and do the
go
little-
back and re-shrink it again. See, you got that. You were able to get that finger down. The only difference is that what you were doing
Wasn't moving
before,
it enough?
you weren't moving the heat gun enough. And that's a very hot heat gun.
I used to have one that actually was so hot I just got rid of it. I was like, I know it has temperature settings, and I'm like, damn it, I don't want anybody else to do this shit.
There you go, you did it.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would say do the top. And this soap reminds me of my little kids.
Yeah. So what do you usually use, you say?
Yeah, baby shampoo's fine. Okay, and then slide it in from. Yeah, baby shampoo's good. Alright, get your alignment. Now look at our alignment on the bottom. Make sure. This customer might be thinly particular. Cool. Is your sides cut good? Are you long on the sides? Okay. I'm a little bit long on my side, but it's okay. No problem. Nothing we can't fix. Now, when I'm squeegeeing the bottom, I try not to go here and back up because there could be dirt in here and you're dragging it up. So on the bottom section, I'll do light squeegees and then I'll just come across with it like that.
Oh, got you.
You know? And it is like window tint in a sense. If you see dirt or something, you could peel it back. But just know that you run the rest of it.
Alright.
Alright, now that I know that we don't have any issues, then I'll do my top trim. Top.
So like right there, would you lift it and throw the water?
So, if you can bring any water from any other area, and make sure when you're squeeging, the glass needs to be wet, or you'll continue to get that. See if you can bring some water into the area. If not, just fill it back up. Just make sure that your hands are really, really clean. Just like window tint, man.
Right, yeah.
Oh, here, I'm sorry. Sorry. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Checking for. Do a little bit on my stick. Can I see the spray? It's my Ghostbuster pack. That. I don't know what happened to it. And the pre-cut kits, were you happy with the cuts? Okay.
Those I do notice that they have more of them.
Yeah?
Yeah. That silver ring won't dry out if you leave like that?
Might not. That's why your first squeegee pass, you have to go with the glass and nice and easy. Squeegee, I'll just push a little bit harder with the stronger squeegee blade.
See, there's this little silver, and that's why I lifted it, but it didn't really go away.
I'll look right down there. Some bubbles. Cool.
Yes. Lifted it, recut it, just came back.
Let me see the. Sorry. That looked like it would go away, but let me just see. Let me see what I can do. Nah, it's something on the film.
Like a bug spot that didn't get cleaned or something like that?
Yeah. Do you have a soft squeegee?
Okay, so question, is this like debris that got underneath it?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I thought there was...
If there's something, it's really minute.
Is it like the adhesive balled up, or was it... No, I have no idea.
It's definitely a debris or something.
It's good to have troubleshooting.
You can redo it if you want.
I just like to ask a lot of questions because
It's not gonna go away.
this is the master right here. You know what I mean? So,
Master.
no, I mean, I don't know, right? It may seem pretty easy, you know. So,
It's not gonna go away, but it's not gonna get any bigger. You tell me.
oh, this is the debris thing that you're talking
Yeah.
about, right?
Looks like a piece of it.
It does, right? It does look like adhesive, right?
Yeah, we tried lifting it twice.
And it. So you don't know what caused that? Was it? I'm curious, right?
It's on the film for sure.
It's on the film, or
It's on the adhesive for sure. It's tough to say what other because it's not on. It's not apparent on any other part of the window. You could redo it. Good practice for you.
it does look like shit, right? You tell me about the
I don't think it does.
If it was your car, what would you do if you had a $250,000 fucking Ferrari? What would you do?
I think there's more things on the front bumper.
That wasn't initially there.
I think I have more concerns than that.
You fucking guy.
You ask me.
What I'm saying is, Marco, is just his shoulders are getting a little sore. We can leave it, bro. Don't worry about it.
It's your fault.
Look, man, no one's gonna dock me points at a show for having a little thing on the windshield like that, okay? Marco's been very, very gracious with his time. So this is essentially like laid down now. I mean, what type of like curing or you see, because that's an issue that we were having right there.
I think it's just like napkin. Like if I get paper towel, like
But on the ones that we've had to refund, right? So just so you're aware, on the ones that we've had to refund, we've had similar issues like this, where it was down, good to go, right? It was a pre-shrunk. So we got it from y'all, we installed it, went out, what, 2 weeks later, there was a finger like right at the middle of the, right here.
Oh, a finger.
Yeah, just like that. It popped up like that. Like it
How
never
are you-
really adhered, you know?
So walk me through your process after you're done with the windshield. What do you do?
I mean, like something like this, I would grab a paper towel.
No, but let's say this is all flat. What do you do after you finish squeaking?
I mean, if I don't see a necessity to throw heat, I won't. But if
That's it right there.
So you have to heat it no matter what. Okay.
You have to speed drive their perimeter with heat.
Like a torch or?
Heat
I
gun.
was like, cause I'm a vinyl guy. So.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like, when you say speed drive, that's
Dude, I've
torches
been
instant.
using torches for 20 years, and with window tint, I would not. I've tried it on this.
I see people using it. I'm like, man, that's crazy. I don't know how they're doing that. So do just the edges or the whole glass?
Nah, just the perimeter.
Okay.
Do you have any of the shop towels, like those blue shop towels?
yeah, that's usually what I use.
Yeah, that's good. If it's thin enough to get in there, really good.
So, just for educational purposes, right? So I can have knowledge whenever I'm selling. What's the benefit of this versus like stick, right? Other than it being optically clear, and the stick being an actual paint protection film that's not optically clear.
Yes.
Other than that, what other advantages are there?
The STEC doesn't have any heat rejection value to it. Because STEC is a PPF. That's why
Right.
that's why there was a lot of issues about the optical clarity. Because PPF is not made to look out.
Right.
It's meant to look at.
Right. It did kind of look bubbled. Like I was in like a bubble vision.
Yeah.
But that wasn't really an issue with me, just because most of these high-end exotic cars have that same exact look to the bubble glass anyway, so. Okay, cool. That's really good information to know, though. I like to try and soak up as much knowledge as I can so we can pass it on through the sales process, you know?
For sure. John, you kind of have to treat it like PPF, so if you know it's going to throw out and it's going to rain, don't leave it outside. Right. Keep it indoors for like 24 hours.
So you want to keep it indoors for 24 hours to
Just if it's going to rain, keep it indoors. So don't run the risk of it getting wet.
Thank you.
Can we clean it with alcohol? And like a brand new towel or pretty clean?
One of those should
Yes.
be
Oh, these are good. Yes. Thank you. Yep. I'm going to show you a tip that I learned on TikTok. Grant's Detailing, I believe.
Oh, you have a radio?
Yeah, just alcohol.
Oh,
Or
alcohol.
whatever you use.
Ceramic top coat or anything?
No, you can apply it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and I recommend applying it no matter what on windshield films, just for, obviously, helps so you don't have to use your windshield wiper so damn much.
Yes, and then also you have to educate customers that they have to clean their wipers.
Yes.
Really, really good. So like every time they wash their car, clean the wipers.
Yep.
Because
That one we also ceramic coat the actual wiper itself.
There you go, lubrication.
Yeah.
All right, so that TikTok trick. If you're cleaning glass, if you're on the outside, pick a direction you're gonna swipe. So you're gonna go this way, the entire window. And then when you clean the inside, you're gonna go up and down. So just in case you see streak marks, you know where it's at. This has wind coast built into it.
Oh, this has Windows built into it.
Yes, it has wind coast ceramic properties into it. Sweet.
It also offers IR rejection, right?
Yes, it does. Yep. You're an excellent student.
I appreciate it, man.
You did really good. Very good.
He's really, really good, man. I mean, I put all the confidence in him. He's really, really great.
So why do you prefer this studio?
It's hot as hell.
That's the main reason to heat.
That's it. It's heat. It blows a lot of heat and a lot of air. So there's two things you need when you're heat shrinking: air to make the film float, and then heat to make the actual film lay down. But that's why I like that heat thing. The downside is, obviously, I'm sure you feel it in your shoulders right now.
Just the way
It's definitely heavier than the Wagner heat gun. But I like it.
Hey guys, Nick with Rapid Ride. Today we did a little bit of training, continued training with Madico and ClearPlex with the film trainer today, Marco. We appreciate his time. Of course, he was very generous with it today. So we are going to push forward. We are going to be offering Madico ClearPlex films. It is a actual windshield protection film that stops rock chips. And what's the best way to drive around with peace of mind? So come and see us, guys, and we're offering it for most vehicles.